Can McCaffrey do it again? I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by and Godwin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Still leaves them with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Well, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Hands up, Lee! 56 is the mic. Come off the ball, come on. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hands up.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017, and really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensive side of the football, the starters here for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the shot.
Wright's got him. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit in the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this one's incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Andy Dalton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Number 53.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. The 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, And no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Blue 60. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. You see how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Stafford now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Now Stafford. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Rodgers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, Rodgers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamy in New England, when they went out there and the
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Check. Check 99.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
56.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
53. Mike 53.
This is McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
McCaffrey on the counter. And an alley to run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Throwing, Dalton. The open man is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Hands up. Leave. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Here's McCaffrey, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So Dalton now looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Bullock's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
All day, baby, all day.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Stafford. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing to Stafford. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
You got it.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Stafford. That'll be caught by Rodgers. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Play action now. Dalton.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Andy Dalton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Pennell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. McCaffrey, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First and 10 for Dalton. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up the holding call.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another carry now for Rodgers. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
And that pickup of a first down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Dalton. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 36 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Here we go.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Ready.
Stafford on first down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. On first down, Stafford here. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Will Dissly, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The lefty to Vecchio now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments. And make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. All right, here's Dalton, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton, and his throw here's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 5. 1:39 to go. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Completes this one to Meredith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bears, it will wind up a 500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.